Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. and today I'm going to do my favorite drugstore products from 2015. Now these are products that I used a lot this year. Some of them are oldies but goodies and some of them are brand new. Some of them just made it in, such as this Wet n Wild One Step Wonder Gel, which I have on my nails. This is called Condensed Milk. This is an interesting nail polish. It's a one coat, one and done kind of thing. There's no light needed, which is really good because those lights are supposedly carcinogenic or something. They're supposed to be cancer causing, so I don't use the lamps. And I really like the formula for this a lot, and I'm going to try some of the other colors. This just came out. I got it a couple of days before the end of the year. And there are several colors that came out from Wet n Wild. It's running $5 for the bottle, which is probably the most expensive they've ever had for their nail polishes. It is a gel, and I'm dating all of my stuff now. As you can see, I've got dates on all of my palettes and all of my primers. I've got like years and dates and my eyeshadows. So anyway, I thought I would review my favorite drugstore products, and kind of a novel way to do it. I'm just going to start from scratch and show you how I got to here from a plain washed and moisturized face, and show you a couple of interesting little hacks and a couple of different lipsticks, a few different eyeshadows, a couple blushes, and an extraordinary contour palette. So the magic of video, let's go back in time and see our best drugstore of 2015.
Alrighty then, let's start this off. I would normally use the e.l.f. lip exfoliator. I would use that in the bathroom, wet my lips a little, rub that on, rub it off, pat them dry. This is the Burt's Bees Lip Balm in Vanilla Bean. It smells yummy, it's very moisturizing, feels great, really nice drugstore, cruelty-free lip balm. Coming up here we have, I look very exasperated, Milani Prime Perfection Pore-Free Hydrating Face Primer. This is brand new from Milani. They have two versions. And I'm making the face because there's not very much product in the container, and I'm scared that somebody may have squirted some out to see what it was like because it was new, because there were only one hydrating and one pore filling. So they do have the pore filling for you gals who have oily skin, and that was the hydrating one. I have two eye primers, both of them tied. The first one is the Fergie Take On the Day eye primer from Wet n Wild. I'm just going to do it on one side. I really like this eye primer. I think it's slightly tacky, but it really holds the shadow. On the other side, we have Milani eyeshadow primer. This is a classic. I think it's one of the best. It's even better than the high-end primers. And neither one of these is more than $5 or $6. Going into Physicians Formula Argan Wear BB Concealer, I actually like the Super CC concealer that has a little metal iron on the end of it. I don't know what happened, but I wound up returning it and keeping this one, and I actually think the formula is very similar in the two, but I really prefer the CC cream, which is the white, pink, and green formula. I got a lot to conceal here. There's only one shade of this, which is very disappointing. It's medium light. I don't know if they're going to make anything else. And I don't know how this will look on somebody with much darker skin. This is a new e.l.f. brush. This is called the blending brush. And it's being compared with Sephora's number 53, which is a foundation airbrush. Absolutely astounding brush. Wonderful. I'm using it with the Physicians Formula Argan Wear BB Cream, which is my favorite drugstore foundation type covering. I think anything that covers my skin that I'm using is what I call a foundation. They can call it a BB cream or a CC cream or a tinted moisturizer, but if I'm doing this with it and I'm not putting anything over the top, foundation wise, then this is my foundation. I'm just doing it on one side because we're going to use something else on the other side. And this is Pixie Illuminating Tint and Conceal. This won last year's or the year before's best drugstore foundation. It's a very light, almost like a tinted moisturizer. And if you notice, I did shake the tube. I always shake liquids. No matter what they are, always shake liquids. Now this one is slightly warmer shade than the other side. I'm taking it down my neck so there's no line of demarcation. And this brush just flawlessly puts foundation on. I think it's an outstanding brush. I think it was $6. And I think I'm having trouble with my mirror and the lighting here. You like my new sparkly background? Alright. That was the Pixie side. So now there's a little bit of a shine there, but we'll work on that. Now this is the e.l.f. Powder Contour Palette. This is an absolutely outstanding contour palette. It's better than many of the high-end ones. I'm using an e.l.f. contour brush with this. This is cruelty-free and the contour palette is cruelty-free. I'm using a combination of both of the darker shades as a contour just underneath my cheekbone and along the upper edges of my hairline, and that's my real hairline, as you can tell, because my hair is really a mess. This morning I literally did not do anything. Had a bad flood in the apartment and I was up since 3 in the morning and I was exhausted. So I am doing the under jawline to try to get rid of those chipmunk cheeks, all those Christmas cookies and large Thanksgiving dinner. Now this is a highlighter from Physicians Formula. Oops. Jumped ahead of myself. This is a Wet n Wild blush. Whoa, I put way too much on it. It's so pigmented, so I'm just going to scrub it off with my hand. Yeah, I look a little too flush there, but if you use the correct amount, that's a very nice blush. Now I did powder it down so I could put this over the top. I wanted you to see this. This is new from e.l.f. It's their cream blush in Peach Perfection. And I'm just swatching it on my hand and blending it out. It almost has a powder feel to it after it's set, and I really like it. I think the Peach Perfection is very pretty. Back to the contour palette, I am using the yellow plain powder to just set my under eye makeup and take off the shine on my face, the unwanted shine. I'm going to put back glow where I want glow, but I'm going to take the unwanted shine out. And it's an excellent under eye setting powder. I'm using the somewhat shimmery highlight shade, but on the other side I'm going to use a Physicians Formula from the Warm Nude Shimmer Palette. This is a Physicians Formula highlighter, and you can create any shade combination to imitate the Hourglass ambient lighting powders or just about any shade or cast of shimmer powder that you'd like. And it comes with a brush and a mirror. It's a nice little compact. You can also use it as eyeshadow. Definitely pleased with that. That, I believe, was $6. This is a bronze booster in medium dark. I'm not really bronzing. I'm just sort of pretending to bronze, but just giving my face a little glow. Even though it's medium dark, even fish belly white girls can wear it. Now, if you are slightly oily skin or you have large pores, you're going to like this new from Milani, the Prep Set and Go powder. I'm just using it sparingly in the very center of my face where I might sweat or have a little extra oil during the day. That's usually where my makeup falls apart. Now this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It is very different from the Anastasia pencil, although it is often compared with it. It's a slightly different color, slightly different consistency. You don't get as much detailing with it, but I think it's only about $6 or $7 as compared to the $24 of the Anastasia. So I think it's a great deal, and I like the spoolie on the other end. I'm also going to use something brand new from Wet n Wild, and I really like it. It's the Ultimate Brow Mascara in Blonder Over Yonder. That is the lightest shade. It's a kind of a light taupe. And it is wonderful not only for your eyebrows, but if you have any white hairs that are growing in your eyebrows, you can coat them with this and disguise them rather than pluck them out, and I know you do. I see you. You can also use it on gray hair along your hairline as a temporary measure to cover gray. This is the eyeshadow single Jane. Really nice cruelty-free line that they carry in Kohl's, and they used to carry in Ulta. I'm not sure where they're going to carry it now because Kohl's is fading it out. This is Magnolia. I am looking to the side because I heard tapping, and it reminded me of the tapping I heard when the water was coming through the ceiling. So that's Magnolia. It's a nice matte light shade, makes a great base. I have tied this with the single Willow, which is a perfect crease color. It's a nice neutral light brown, grayish brown. It's a beautiful neutral shade. It looks very natural. You can create kind of the illusion of having nice eyes, dimension in your eyes. Take some of that flat real estate from the hooded stuff out. I really like that. That's Willow. That's my favorite shade. Best palette, Sonia Kashuk. Ion Neutral Matte 02 palette. This is not new. Did not come out in 2015. I think it came out in 2011. I love this palette, and it's often compared with the Viseart or Viseart, however you want to say it, because the colors are very similar. I think all but one color is in this palette, and some people like the silkiness of this palette better than the Viseart. I think it's a wonderful palette, and I rediscovered it because I had promised to shop my stash and started to go through things, and I thought, wow, you know what? I really like the neutrals in this palette. They're really nice. I blew on that brush, and don't ever blow on your brushes. I always blow on a brush to show you that that has nothing on it. I won't do that anymore because I don't want to give you any bad habits. You're not supposed to blow on brushes ever, or blow on something to dry it. You're spraying your germs all over. So I've used a dark brown, and now I'm using a little brush to kind of semi-line underneath, and the little brush looks like a crew cut, looks like a little short cropped brush hairs, look like a crew cut sticking up. And now I'm using a medium warm shade just up between that crease color and my brow, just to sort of transfer it up, transition as they say. This is the Eye Transformer palette. It's something new from e.l.f. There are 4 shades, and each one of them will holographically alter the actual shade of the eyeshadow that it coats over the top. Now you'll see it more with the second try on this because it actually, they look like light shimmer shades, but they actually are duochrome, very light duochrome shades. Yes, you can use them on your cheeks, and there's a green one, a yellow one, a pink one, and a blue one. And I'm doing a very poor job swatching them. I'm going to go back in there and you'll see it transform right there. There you go. You can see how it transformed my dark brown into that blue color. Unfortunately, I don't want that blue color, so I'm going back into the Sonia Kashuk palette, and I'm going to paint the brown back on over the top of it because I want the brown on the corners. And I'm just blending it out. The more you can blend, the better. It's more natural. I don't blend quite enough as I should. And I'm using a medium brown shade in the center of the lid. I'm using a lighter shade on the inner corners and a really light shade on the inner corners, a white shade. This is a hair bun thing, and I use it to, if you put your brush on a color, you can wipe it off on that thing and it takes the color off, and then you can put it onto another color. They're only $1 at the dollar store, really great. I have another high-end version that DRUGSTORE sent me. And that was in Essence Nail Color. It's a great topper. I love those slight glittery shades to put over the top of a nail polish, especially if it's chipped or there's a problem with it. The glitter always seems to make it better. Brand new from Wet n Wild. This is the Max Fanatic Mascara in Ultra Black. It's got an unusual shaped brush wand to it. It fans out. It's very weird. Gives you nice big old honkin' lashes. The formula stays. It does not transfer. It doesn't give you dings. It does clump a little bit, but I don't mind that because I like big old honkins. So it's really a personal preference. I've also found that the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara was a really nice natural looking mascara. And LA Colors Bold Mascara was awfully nice as well. But I heard from a lot of you, I don't know if you got stale ones or I was just crazy, but I had a really good one and it gave me really nice lashes. Moving on to my hack, and this is a great beauty hack. You're going to thank me if you don't know about this one. I went over it at the end of my How to Put On False Lashes video. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. It is cruelty-free. It is paraben-free. It doesn't have all the harmful chemicals that normal lash adhesives have. I am painting it directly on my lash line, just where I'm going to be putting those lashes, and I have them just in the outer half. And there I go. I'm just setting them right over the top of it. I'm just going to push them into place, and that's it. They just dry. I didn't have to wait 60 seconds. I didn't have to play around with different instruments. I'm really just making sure they're all set in there. I'm going to do the other one. You'll be able to see that a little clearer. I do one eye at a time and make sure I close that container up in between the eyes. I'm just painting from the halfway point out to the end where I want my lashes to end. You can see that it's a clear lash. It goes on white, turns a little blue, and then dries clear. So there's the lash. I'm putting it down, just setting it in place, pushing it into place right at the lash line, making sure the edges are down. It's always good to double check that before it dries. And we're done. I mean, it goes on that easy. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner over the top because then you don't see the band of the fake lashes. Wasn't that easy? If you've never tried fake lashes, that's the easiest way to try it. I learned that from a Merle Norman video several months ago. And I'm just taking my little crew cut brush and I'm pushing down the lash to make sure it's in place, and I'm also picking up some of that black liner and pushing it right up really close on my lash line on the outer edges of my lashes. Putting the mirror back because I had to look down into a mirror to do that. And there we go. And if I had any dings or dents from that or damaged any makeup, I would just ding that. It is a oil infused cotton pen, and it's absolutely a wonderful tool. Now these two are lip liners from Ulta. I'm using the darker one first. Don't ask me why I did that. That is called Spice. And then over the top of that, I'm doing the lighter one. I really meant to do it the other way around. That's called Flesh. Ulta has great lip products. Now this is Wet n Wild's lipstick in Sunset Peach. When I swatched all of my lipsticks on my arm, including the Melteds, it looks exactly like Too Faced Melted Debutante. I hate the packaging though. Look at me primping. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to take this off and put this lipstick on. This is from Ulta. It is number 216, and I'm sure it has a name, but I put the date over it, so now I don't know. And 216 actually looks, and I'm going to show you the chart, it actually looks like Urban Decay's brand new color Ex-Girlfriend that's coming out in the next month or so. You got a sample of it if you got the Gwen Stefani palette. There's a sample of Ex-Girlfriend in there, and I'm just showing you side by side. They are literally the same. To take off makeup, you can use mineral oil, thanks Al, or Salma Hayek's Nuance Makeup Remover from CVS, and e.l.f. Makeup Remover wipes are wonderful. All done! Yay!
So there you have it. My best drugstore from 2015, and I'm sure there are a million more items. I will be searching for a nice drugstore eyeliner. I know that Pixie was very good. I enjoyed it a lot, but it had expired and I disposed of it, so I wasn't able to talk about it today. All of my stuff is dated and it's all squirted with alcohol. This is 91%. Some people are saying 70% is a little better because it takes longer to evaporate and it has more time to kill the germs. But 91% has a higher alcohol content, and when you spray it, it really, you know, does its thing. I don't know what to say about that one. I'm not a scientist. But anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful long weekend for the new year. And I will see you next time with my best of high-end of 2015. And you might find that kind of interesting. Everybody have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles. Oh, I promised to do this this scarf thing. Somebody asked about this. Yeah, I really just take both ends, wrap them up, put them behind, and then I twist them in. And it really is helter-skelter. Each time I do it, it comes out a little different. So there's nothing. It's not a thing. I figured you all were just being polite because that was the giveaway entry. You know, everybody's kissing up. Okay, everybody, take care. Toodles.